I'm nervous about this little search. I literally can't. Oh,
so you haven't seen me for a while.
It's been a minute.
Because?
You and I were both on a hiatus of
We were just like
life.
out of office, babe.
Except we weren't.
Except for I was fully logged in.
Me too.
I was fully logged in, out of office. HR loves that. Mm-hmm. Kidding. Let's table that for later.
Yeah, let's bleep her.
Where were you, Claire?
Where was I? Oh, wedding in Temecula.
Yeah.
You know, you live and learn when it comes to weddings, especially for the first members of the family, because
you're taking notes.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, how did I look at my phone and I had one mirror selfie and one video of my aunt getting lifted by Todd and my cousin, and her boob popped out.
Oh,
so
thank God you got that at least.
Honestly, thank God I have that explicit video. But
it is that type of channel,
right? So true. And we're gonna show it now.
Insert clip.
Insert clip.
Aunt titty.
That's like. But where were you?
Oh my God! Speaking of weddings, we're in Hawaii.
Okay.
Well, with my family, but we were there and we met this couple who just got married.
Okay.
And
like you conversed with them.
Oh my God! Against our will.
Okay.
It was like a disaster. So basically, we sit at the adult pool at this hotel. It's like a really nice hotel. There's like so many different pools, and they're all like half of them are connected, whatever. Because there's kind of like 2 floors, I guess, outside. And so we were at like the top floor adult pool. Like it's quiet, it's zen. You can read your book. You can talk.
Oh, I love an adult pool. I'm like just envisioning it.
It's just so relaxing, right? And it's like getting to be like maybe 1 o'clock, and my mom and my brother keep noticing like these characters. There's like a man and a wife.
White Lotus.
Just
real.
No, literally my aunt was like, "This is White Lotus," because they were just like going crazy and like.
What if they were actors?
No, I was like, this cannot be real. Like, am I getting pranked? Am I on
what
White
if they're
Lotus
just like
3?
a big prank channel?
And it was just insane. And so they're causing such a scene, and it seems as though they're like with this other couple, and they like go down because we're kind of at the top of like a lazy river of sorts. Okay. So they kind of go down, and my mom could tell they were like hammered. I wasn't really paying attention. But by the time they came back, wasted. And keep in mind, this is like adult.
And they went where?
Quiet.
You said.
I think they went down the lazy river to the bar and came back.
Okay. And yet somehow got hammered in 10 minutes?
Well,
Or they were gone a minute.
They were gone for a little while, but apparently they've already been like seen around like
with a bev.
The area. Okay. So like then the wife and the husband separate. The husband, we don't know where he went. We assume perhaps the bar. The wife comes over and just like joins our conversation, which is like very strange.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, at first I thought she was like maybe a little mentally slow because she just like could not formulate words.
Oh.
And it's like we were talking about because one of the gals we were with had like twins who were 15, and she's like, "Oh my God, you have twins? You need to meet my boss." And then
you're like, "Yeah, call him up."
The mom was like, "Okay," and she just started saying a story and then like left and tried to get out of the pool. She's falling on the pool deck. And then she did this big thing where she was just like counting down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like as she's like gearing up to jump in the pool, screaming this out loud. And then she's like, "Cannonball!" And then just proceeds to literally just jump in the pool. There was no cannonball. And then she literally counted up to like 10. 1, 2, 3. Like she was like, and then she comes over, starts bothering my brother. Lays on top of him. My mother's like, "Excuse me?"
Did she say something?
Yeah, Steven's like, "What the fuck?" And then she starts going through Steven's bag, and he's like, "That's my stuff. Like, what?" And she's like, "Oh, sorry. I thought it was mine." He's like, "Get off of me." And then she then disappears, and then the husband comes over.
How old did you say?
Literally maybe 26.
Oh, God.
And then the husband comes
envisioning
over.
like 60.
No.
Okay.
Like, they're young. And then the husband comes back, and he's like, and she disappears, and we think they keep going to the bar or something.
Okay.
And he's like, "Where are my sunglasses? Where is my wife? God damn it, Melissa, why did I ever marry you?" And we're like,
this is so White Lotus.
we're just like, what's going on?
You are victims of the White Lotus.
And we're just like, what's going on? He loses his wedding ring. He starts spewing out, we're from LA, we got married in San Diego, and this is our honeymoon. We just got married.
Oh my god, I just got a little like insight to my life.
And then it was like and then she lost her phone. She lost her sunglasses. He lost his phone, sunglasses, and wedding ring. And they literally, it's a disaster. They keep going through everyone's stuff, falling all over the place. They're falling all over. She keeps doing her cannonball like 5 different times.
I like wish you had a video.
It was like literally insane. And keep in mind, this is like over a 2-hour span. 2 hours of this. And
oh my god.
Eventually,
I would have gone to the room.
Eventually, I guess they went down because since there's different pools, they were traumatizing people of all the pools. And
of all ages.
Of all ages is the key fact because apparently what happened
Did
is
she flash someone?
No, but he was all over teenage girls. They just got married. And
that's pedophilia.
Yes, correct. Ding, ding, ding. Then I guess he goes up to an 8-year-old boy and a 12-year-old boy and says, "Hey guys, I have blow in my room. Who wants to come?" An 8-year-old boy. Then one of the lifeguards heard and was like, "Excuse me, we need to remove these people from the pool deck." So then they get escorted back to our pool with this security guard of sorts, and they keep coming up to Steve. For some reason, they're obsessed with Steven, and they keep thinking that is their bag. And he's like, "This is my bag. Leave me alone." And then they don't even know where their items are. And everyone at this point, there's maybe 20 people at the adult pool. Everyone's like, "That's your bag," because we've been fed up for hours.
Oh my
and we're
god.
like, "That's your bag. That's your phone. There's your wedding ring. And get the fuck out."
They didn't even lose it. They just misplaced or didn't know where they left
they're
it.
just so hammered that they can't even see that their phone's just sitting on the side table. And they keep trying to take Steven's poor things. And then she's like, "I can't believe we're getting kicked out." And then he's like, "We're not getting kicked out. We're getting asked to leave."
Good job, buddy. Yeah.
So they were definitely off coke. They were definitely blacked out. And they were literally causing such a scene. And that was our first day there. And then we kept seeing them throughout the week. And we're like it was a jump scare.
Yeah, you're trigger warning.
It was a literal jump scare.
Oh my god. That is insane.
That is not real.
I can't believe the blow comment.
I'm just how do you get drugs to Hawaii? / where did you get them?
I honestly think,
do you just check your bag?
That's what I was like, I feel like you can get away with stuff if you check your bag and literally put it in a sock.
Wow. TSA was not looking too hard.
No, I don't do that. I'm just thinking, it's I think when you do check a bag, it's random if they check it. If they just look through it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it goes through screeners. I don't know.
I don't know. But of course,
maybe they found a plug there.
Well, that's what I was like. I turned to my dad. I was like, "Dad, how do you get cocaine on the island?" And then the other mom started laughing. She's like, "How would your dad know?" I'm like, "How did they get it?"
You're like, "He's a doctor. He knows drugs."
I was like, "How did they get it?"
That's insane.
It was so. I'm sorry. I think there's just levels of legal, inappropriateness.
I mean, that is
to invite children to your hotel room. That should be illegal, right?
In general, yeah.
To offer drugs to children, that should be illegal.
Yeah.
And to cause such a drunk display.
I'm sure the problem, he'd be like, "It was a joke. Obviously, I wasn't actually gonna let an 8-year-old do coke." And it's first of all, he definitely doesn't know what blow means in the first place.
No.
But it's what if he's blow? Great.
Blow pop.
Yeah.
Can we have one?
Blow something. I don't even know. Yeah. Blow up.
But a blow pop.
Yeah.
Totally. They would want
Habib
one of
loves those.
Yeah.
And
8-year-old boys.
Yeah. Just kidding.
But it's oh my god, there has to be some repercussions. There was none. That just seems so inappropriate. So inappropriate.
Because I feel it's are they warranted to ask them not to stay there anymore after I'm sure they paid in full already, or something it's
I don't know.
What is there hotel jail? I mean, there's Disneyland jail.
My guess was that the parents of the children would sue the hotel, because how else do you get money? Just we need a free stay or at least a free night for traumatizing our children.
Yeah, I feel it's literally White Lotus, and I'm sure they'd be we need something, and then Armand, would pull up with a charter boat.
It's literally White Lotus. We kept saying that the entire time.
You should email Mike White and say, "I have a story for you."
I have a new story. I know you already did Hawaii in season 1, but let's go back.
You You can change it.
Yeah.
I wonder what the next season will be.
I don't know, but did you hear the theory of White Lotus?
Yes, that it's the 7 deadly sins.
Yes.
So cool.
Can you name them?
Okay, the second season was lust.
The first season was
greed, I'm pretty sure.
Greed, lust. Do you know?
Yeah, gluttony.
What does that mean?
Like overindulgence. Most of the time it's like eating a lot.
Eating? Okay, I thought like drugs for some reason. But I guess that was already displayed in the first season.
Okay, it's pride is another one.
Okay,
envy.
Pride, gluttony, envy.
Lust. Okay. Pride, gluttony, envy, lust, greed.
There's 2 more. I really don't know them. Like, I don't know where you find this information.
Wrath.
Okay. What is that? Just like
anger, like intense anger.
Okay.
Because I know that there's a theory that the SpongeBob characters all represent the 7 deadly sins. So Patrick is the 7th is sloth. Sloth is like straight laziness.
Oh my god, is that Patrick?
Patrick is sloth. Funny enough, Gary is gluttony because there's always like a running theme that's like gotta feed Gary. So it's like feeding. SpongeBob, because he loves everyone, is lust. You know, it's a reach. Squidward, I think, is...
No.
Plankton might be wrath.
Yeah.
I think Squidward is... No, Plankton is envy. Because he's envious of Mr. Krabs with, like, the formula, and that's why he tries to steal it. And then, Pride
Mr. Krabs is greed, right?
Mr. Krabs is greed. Pride is Sandy. Wrath is Squidward.
Why is Sandy Pride?
You know, it's just, like, she's all about, like, being, like, smart, and then, like, you know, it's like the pride from like Texas and stuff. I think that's like her whole persona is like being kind of better than everyone because she is like not a fish and she's smart and you know
killing it down.
Yeah,
in Bikini Bottom.
She do be killing it. But
that's so interesting. What was Squidward again?
Wrath.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
So I've never heard that before.
The 7 deadly sins or the theory of SpongeBob. I think I literally like stumbled upon it in like high school and I was like, this is fun.
Right?
You know, I love when people have random, like, deeper meanings when even the characters or the creator of the show is like, it is not that at all. But thank you for, I guess, acknowledging that I might be smarter than I am.
Right.
You know?
No, thanks for giving me some credit, even though no credit is due.
Yeah, fan theories are pretty cool.
Right?
I know.
Oh my god. I don't know, but
yeah, I'm like, I wonder how they would even do, like, sloth for White Lotus.
Right.
You know, or wrath even.
Right.
Because greed and lust to me seem pretty easy. Because I mean, the second season was a lot of like gluttony. I think they could do because like overindulgence in like anything.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's, I think someone argued that like gluttony could be the second season because it was overindulgence in everything. Like you know, I mean, Tanya and like getting fed and like pampered on the boat and like, but I don't really know. It's like, but there was like a lot of sex in the second season.
Yeah.
Like,
lots more than
prostitution.
But it's like, I think some elements are true in both of the seasons.
Totally.
So maybe it's just like the show shows all 7 in every season in different ways.
Cool. That's cool.
Because, you know, it could be like gluttony of Armand with all of his drugs and just like, and like everyone kind of had.
And like envious, like the employees were envious of the guests. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, Belinda was like, you know.
Oh my god, I
like
felt for her.
I know, I felt so bad.
Right.
And it's like, I don't think she showed like strong emotions of envy, but I think it was just kind of like, oh, that would be nice to not have to have someone waiting on me rather than like, I'm waiting on someone else, you know?
Of course.
Or like serving another.
Yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, I think you're right. And I mean, I don't know, like, gluttony when it comes to, like, Quinn and his electronics in the first season. Like, way overindulgence in that. And, like, the lust of, like, Paula and the random Hawaiian guy. And
right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
So, and then Wrath, who was kind of...
Armand,
also, too.
Yeah.
So,
and the guy who was, Alexandra Daddario's husband.
Yes.
He was so angry.
Oh, my God. He was Wrath. He was Wrath.
He was Wrath.
Oh, my God.
Like, I was like, chill with the pineapple sweet. Doesn't matter.
Or is that greed at the same time? So it's like, I think
it's everything.
All of them are kind of shown in every season, but I'd be curious to see if like, because I think at some point it's like you can't guarantee that you are able to get the show renewed for 7 whole seasons.
Totally.
So it's kind of a gamble.
Yeah, because I'm also like, like Pride was kind of Connie Brighton.
Yeah.
Because it was like she was the CFO and, you know, she was
too busy to be with her family.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a successful business. Yeah.
And honestly, like, envy, even with Sydney Sweeney's character, like she was
Yeah.
kind of envious that Paula was with the boy, or like you know, like all this stuff, and like then she wanted to make it a competition. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I love dissecting things,
But I wouldn't say that every show shows all 7 elements at all.
not even close.
No, I think it's just, and that's what made White Lotus so out of pocket and so just like insane to watch.
Yeah.
Because you're like, these people aren't real. Because I think normal people like don't act that way.
No,
obviously.
it was like, oh my god, you're not gonna steal from this family, even though
Right?
they are an aggressive amount of wealth they have. But
Right.
you're not. You can't just break in because you own the or you work at the hotel. I'm like,
Right?
that's insane. And then
then
he
it's like-
robbed them.
Maybe that is why the season always starts with a death, because it's the 7 deadly sins.
You are so smart.
That makes so much
That's
sense.
crazy.
Like, wow. I think
God.
we just like broke a code.
I'm like, I don't even know another theory of a show, but like,
Me either.
That's-
That's I think why it's so interesting.
and I definitely think like you try to get someone to explain the premise of White Lotus without revealing anything. No one could tell me before I watched it. They're like, you just have to watch it.
You just have to dive in.
And I was
Head
like,
first.
tell me the plot. Like,
Yeah.
what is it? Because Todd was like, you would love it. And I'm like, well, what's it about? And he's like, it's about nothing and everything. I'm like,
The way to describe it without giving up everything is you follow a group of hotel guests for a week at a resort. I'm like, Boresville.
that's the problem. Because I'm like, it's not enticing.
I'm like, no, because there's drama and there's death. I think I did say that there's death because it's like revealed
That's
in the first
important.
episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's drama, there's death, there's like relationships.
Yeah.
So I think you can just say that.
Mystery in some parts. It's like,
So
I wonder
much
what the
mystery.
backstory of
Yeah.
Blank is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like the guy in the second season.
Wealth.
The guy in the sugar baby, the guy in the second season, it was like, you didn't know he was a sugar baby until you saw that episode where he was like,
Yeah.
fucking the guy.
Oh my god. I know.
I was like, I'm
He
actually.
was two-timing the assistant.
Oh my god.
Oh my
so
God.
insane.
It's
God,
so
it's such a good show.
It is such a good show.
Oh my god.
I love it.
I know.
I love it so much. And like, what do you watch now? When's the 3rd season coming out? Even? Have you heard?
I don't know. Have you heard?
Have you heard? I'm like itching for
It's like, let me check.
Have you heard?